Hey, shalom, 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 brother Bakwash, back on the scene, back on the YouTube scene. Got a few things on the brother's mind. Got something on the brother's mind. I want to continue with this whole reincarnation, exalting man above the status of men of knowledge. You know, but I want to say this first. On in reference to this brother Abba Bivens and Marsha and Arya Lahab, Kazak, Shaw, Yeshaya. I'm not taking away what the Most High had blessed these men with. You understand? And I'm not saying that they're just average Joe Blows. I'm not saying that at all. And these brothers know that. You understand? But they just like they twisting this issue up and still caught into these One West fairy tales that we were taught back in the days. They're gonna bend what I say. So understand me. The Most High, He woke a lot of us up through His Spirit that He put on these men. But now, do I believe, or am I stupid enough to believe that this man Abba Bivens was John the Baptist back on earth again? Am I stupid enough to believe that Marshall was King David and Ariel was John the Revelator back on this earth again? These are old fairy tales that a lot of men have moved beyond. But just like you have flunkies today under GMS and under ISUPK, because they're flunkies too. If you watch their videos, they keep exalting General Yohana, who was a thief back in the days, and he's a thief now. You understand? You have the same thing happening now. You have the same thing happening now that was happening back in the days. It's just a little spin to it. You understand? So I'm warning you, younger brothers, don't fall for this fairy tale flunky okie doke. Don't fall for it. These are men, and men go off. I'm not saying that Abba Bivens went off because I don't know all of his history, but there's no way you're going to convince me with these bending of scriptures and Hebrew Jedi mind tricks that this is John the Baptist. And you can say, you got to see it. My GMS dummy voice again. The elders say he's John the Baptist. You got to see it. You got to be spiritual to see it. When anyone tells you that you have to be spiritual to see something, but they can't prove it through scriptures, or when they're bending scriptures, that's cult talk. That's manipulation and cult talk. And a lot of you, you're in a cult mind frame. It's that simple. Not just GMS, a lot of you brothers. But a lot of you brothers are wise enough to escape and walk away from the nonsense that was told to us. A lot of you are wise enough. Let's check this out. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. If you're dumb enough to fall for this, you're dumb enough to fall for anything. You understand? Let's go.
Unleavened bread, but that was brought over from the so-called Jew.
Right, and like Apostle Torah said, you had to have a origin or a beginning of something, and then after time, the Lord started tweaking and making it, bringing the correct way more and more clear.
Now that's crazy. That's crazy. What he just said. You start tweaking it. What happens? Brothers do research and find out that a lot of things that were taught was a lie, like the whole confusion of faces in Daniel 9 and 7 or 7 and 9. I can't remember what it is. I think it's 7 and 9. I'm not sure. But confusion of faces is not us confusing our faces with the heathens. Confusion of faces is just the Most High bringing confusion in our lives as far as the nation of Israel is concerned, or shame rather, bringing shame and discord as a curse towards the children of Israel. The whole flying roll. The brothers thought that the flying roll was the UFOs and the chariots because they said they thought of a biscuit or a roll, and they equated that with the shape of the chariots or the UFOs, and they said that was talking about the UFOs when it's not talking about the UFOs. It's talking about the scrolls. You understand? Then look at the measurements of the flying roll. That would be a very small chariot. You understand? So that's not talking about the chariots of the Most High. It's not talking about that. As much as you want it to be, it's not talking about that. But that was a lie that was taught to us way back during the time of One West. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. We taught that the covereth the faces of the judges thereof is the white man covering up the true image of who you call Jesus. We call him Yahweh Shai, the Savior, the Son of the Most High. That was a lie that was taught in the past. He covered the faces of the Most High is the Most High, covering the faces as judgment and shame on the judges on the earth. Start from the first verse. Everything is he does this, he does that. It's the Most High. It has nothing to do with the white man changing the image of Christ. Read the whole chapter. But these are just a few of the lies that was taught to us in the past. Just like this is a lie. This is a complete lie. Check it out.
You know, and started getting away from all of those things that them so-called Jews was getting into. Because whatever they're into, you don't want to be into. We don't want to be into that. You know? Like when they circumcise the boys, they suck their rod. You know, talking about to keep it sanitized. You got all kind of chemicals and stuff you can put on it to sanitize it. It just freaks like that, you know?
Yeah. Well, we know Revelation 2:9. This thing of ours is about faith. So reading on, it says, and this is the record of John, when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, who art thou? And he confessed and denied not, but confessed, I am not the anointed. Right? And they asked him, what then? Art thou Elias? So which shows they understood reincarnation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Art thou Elias? Not like today. Yeah. The average guy is bugged out behind reincarnation. What is like
so you have to be very careful, you know, when it comes to your mind now. You have to be very careful as far as what brothers tell you and what's on their mind. You have to be very, very careful. Very careful. Because you will be in a world of dung if you let men get in your head and control your thought process. Your family will be destroyed, you will be destroyed, and you will become a bumite. You will become a bumite like the majority of these brothers who claim to be great men. You will become a bumite. So you have to be very careful of your thought process and what men tell you.
I'm speaking, you know, but then if you would have seen him years later, you know, how he used to roar on the streets, you wouldn't believe that he was ever afraid to speak, but that was the first time he spoke, you know?
Brother, I got to add to what you just said. There are times that High Priest Ariah, and I've seen this with my own eyes at the camp, he would tell High Priest, at that time it was known as High Priest Tahar. Mm-hmm. He would tell Elder Apostle Tahar, well, you go ahead and speak. I'm not feeling the spirit. I saw this with my own two eyes. Right? He would just not be in the spirit. Yeah. But when he was in the spirit, man, come on, that Ariah means lion.
Yeah.
All right. That lion came out of him.
Yeah. Roaring all throughout 42nd. I mean, I'm sorry.
See, let me tell you, brother, something. I witnessed Ariah teaching, you know, and it was definitely a spirit with Ariah. I witnessed Lahab teaching, and it was definitely a spirit with Lahab. But here's the thing: how can you condemn Lahab, who had a spirit on him, and the spirit was working with him? But you condemn Lahab, but you don't condemn Ariah, considering the position he's in now, because you believe he's John the Revelator. You bend the scriptures to make him John the Revelator. You see how this is? You see this flunky magic? Flunky magic. You condemn a whole group of men that used to be with Ariah. Men that ripped us off, robbed us, destroyed families, destroyed the lives of men. But you give Ariah a pass, who is currently still doing those same wicked acts. You show me the logic in that. You show me the logic in that. They say that this man, they have to show him respect and honor, but he's with Comfy or Tazadakia, and pretty much Ariah co-signed and said, I'm so glad that the Most High sent the Comforter. He's saying he's so glad that the Most High sent Tazadakia, the Holy Spirit. See, no man is beyond the judgment of the Most High. No man. It doesn't matter how great Ariah was, how great Lahab was, Yeshaya was, or any of these men were. If you go off, the Most High will zap you. He will get you. And you brothers following this lie, you have been zapped. You brothers who won't respond to common sense, you've been zapped. It's that simple. It's just that simple. Wake the